I'm Kumar Rakesh and you're watching Global Governance News TV. Today we're going to discuss about the economic condition, places like Sri Lanka, maybe in Bharat, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Punjab. I think if you see the data and the report card of three states, but not three states in Bharat, India, I think more than 11, 12 states are same like that. Whatever expenses the revenue you see, I'm giving you example for the three states now. All three states are the opposition party. In center is the BJP. In Tamil Nadu, yeah, is a DMK now ruling. Maharashtra is the Shiv Sena, old allies of BJP, now with the NCP and Congress and others. And Punjab now the new party, AAP party. How they came in power, everybody knows. So recently, I was starting from Punjab. Uh, After elected, the CM of Punjab, Mr. Man, made Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi and asked for demanded 50,000 crore INR for the uh, states. But what for? Freebie? Whatever they have announced, 300 units of the electricity will free, and over 18 years of age of girls will be paid the stipend for 1,000 rupees and blah. So many freebies. Why? What for? At the cost of taxpayer? At the cost of government? Or at the cost of the pockets of the Kejriwal and the man? Whatever they have earned for the family. So that is the main question. If you see the uh, population, GDP rank is 16, GDP growth 6%, whatever they claim. GDP per capita is 2,568 US dollar, and the sector agriculture is down now, and industry so services sector some grown up, inflation the red mark, and the human development index is good. Unemployment is also matter of concern. But if you see public debt, public finances, 52.5% of GSDP in the public debt, budget balances, but revenues and expenses, simple, just for the simple way, if you analyze it, 18,050 50 crore, 2021, the revenues, just again, whatever they have. On expenses, 1.55 lakh crore INR. So just you see the imbalances, how they'll cope with, how they'll balance with. This is a picture of the one state Punjab, another state Maharashtra. Uh, just if you see, Maharashtra is a different one. It is called the economic capital of the country, Bharat, India. But how already FDI stock and the population, agriculture, industry, services, all are balanced way. Labor force also by occupation in the employment industry. Agriculture is the more labor force is used, and but revenues 4.05 lakh crore INR, and expenses 4.95, around you can say 5 lakh crore. 1 lakh crore just the imbalances in the budget and balances. If you see the Tamil Nadu is same like more than 1 lakh crore, 2.36 lakh crore revenues and expenses 3.33 lakh crores. So how just state is going on, how the state's economy, whatever they are claiming, what they have claimed, and how they are going to globalize the issue, and how they are just trying to be uh, uh, show the public face what announcement, freebie, why and what for, at what cost they are giving freebie, just for the just for populist measure, and what, how. So I will discuss with Bandana ji from Chicago, Bandana ji and senior journalist, how they are just facing the crisis. That's why I apprehend it's Punjab, Tamil Nadu, and this is a big state and a big revenue state also. There are also imbalances in economy for the relation. Also, center-state relation is also not proper. Just to uh, uh, make the growth engine for the country. There is a political compulsion for, but overall, you will see in the COVID time how the Prime Minister and Government of India, Narendra Modi, has just sent all the budget, but they are not properly utilized. And just trying to blame the center. So how a blame game will continue, how it will be end, and why it should be, why not should be the controlled and disciplined economy. Vandanaji.
Namaskar and good morning to everyone. Kumar Rakeshi and I think Tiwariji is joining too, and to our viewers. Important subject actually, because when we're talking about federal government versus central governments, there has to be a balance between, and they have to work in coordination. Means if we are talking about this as train, if central government and the federal government is an engine, so the bogies, if we call the states, like which are, so they have to work in coalition with the government. When it comes to, we did notice on January the 5th, when Prime Minister of India, Honorable Modi ji, wanted to visit the Punjab to invest, like, what happened? So whose loss was that? At that very time, it was Channi, the CM of Punjab, and he failed completely. And it was ruled by the Congress party, because it is not a matter of which political party, because he was as a Prime Minister of India visiting. And we are seeing the same kind of situation when it comes to Tamil Nadu too, because over a period of time, and this is at high time for the people of Bharat to realize, because the regional parties and their contribution, because it is uh, all family bound businesses that they have been doing it. We saw that what happened during the previous regime in Punjab, Akali Dal, for many years, like it's all the Badal Parivar, means like, and he or his relatives. Then you brought the state of Tamil Nadu, because their politics is also very grimy when we talk about it. And the concept to be with nation, which is, I mean, in collaboration with, in means to work together, that has never been. Sometimes they will fight on language, sometimes they will fight on water issues. So the crises are going on and on. And when governance, what does governance means? A good governance, they don't have to be very big government, like, the small government can do very good. But honest to God, expenses versus income, you have to see. And how long, then what will happen? Punjab at a given time was a state which was feeding the whole nation with their agriculture. And over a period of time, we did notice, because they are busy in other affairs which are anti-national activities. To be honest, I'm going to say that, let this be the moment that they are talking about the referendum 2020, Khalistan, Kisan Andolan, because for almost 1.5 year, means if we see the handful of people, those who are sitting and disturbing actually. I'm not going to say the whole state was there in the protest, but that has impacted such a big loss for the state. And it should have been taken by the state government that it should not be allowed, because these kind of things do affect the productivity of a nation. Over to you, Rakesh.
So, just you see the state. I welcome Rakesh Tiwari ji from Canada. Just we're discussing the just economic the condition of the states. How the Sri Lanka by the crippled with all inputs. They could not balance the foreign investment. They could not just whatever funds were there for the purposely. They are not any scheme launched for self independent and self is strong. So that's why we are discussing all giving the data of the Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, and Punjab, how the revenues and how the finances are there, how the expenses there. So, Rakesh Tiwari, how just you think? Do you think the states should discipline themselves in regard to finances? One, not go the freebie politics. Two, and third, just to make the honor and just respect the taxpayer money.
Well, thank you so much, Kumar Rakeshji, for having me. And nobody can disagree with you. The state must discipline themselves financially for sure. Okay, they should not offer the freebies where it is not needed. Yes, where it is required, such places like a Corona, all the governments they did it, supporting all over the world. I will not say only in Bharat, but all over the world it happened. So government has supported their citizens. So there is no two ways about it. As per question goes about, I think this is too far, about today's subject. I think it is too far fetched. See, it is, in my humble opinion, of course, BJP is a BJP definitely, but other places, Maharashtra, Punjab, or Tamil Nadu, where BJP is not in the power, and of course they are going to oppose BJP's ruling, their ideas, their actions, whatever the plan is there. That's opposition. So opposition anywhere in democracy, it happens. They do attack on it whenever the government gets in some issues or some situation like that. Definitely, but at the same time, I do not know anywhere else, but I do have concern about Maharashtra. What happened here? What is happening? Two ministers. One is the Home Minister, Anil Deshmukh. You are aware of it. Nawab Malik, two ministers of the government, provincial government, Maharashtrian government. They are in jail. It's a serious thing. Okay, and still government is trying to defend them, and that matter is going on. As per question goes about Punjab and Tamil Nadu. Punjab Aam Aadmi Party just came over there, uh, and Bhagwant Maan is a full of ideas. He's every day making state. Of course, there is a saying is called कि नया मुल्ला जो है जरा जोर से अजान पढ़ता है. So that is for sure. So he has every right. He has every right. So let him do that. Let him do that, and we'll come to know in a very short while. But he's so far so good. He's making the headlines. He's making good headlines, and people are watching. People are watching, and Bharat has see. Let me see this. I, in my humble opinion, Aam Aadmi Party is gaining the ground of Congress Party. Wherever Congress is losing, Aam Aadmi Party is going to gain.
But
Bharat
but
does
but
mean,
Aam Aadmi is going to be more dangerous than Congress, as a claim by the Aam Aadmi leaders.
well, if you don't talk about Kumar Vishwas, leave him aside. He's a good friend, he used to be, and whatever is there. But
So
I'm
many
not
leaders.
wanting. Huh?
So
Sorry,
many
yeah,
leaders.
that's all right.
Actually,
That's all right.
that is not a matter of discussion, but how
That is
how
not.
they are
See,
reformed and how they are the correct, how they are the strengthen the states on the economic level. We'll discuss now at this time of break. After break, we'll discuss on this point also. How we'll just how government and on the this basis of central state relation will be strengthen the state economy just to cope up the all any
no issue.
mishappenings. We'll not a break. We're discussing the just how the Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Punjab also on the path of economic crisis like Sri Lanka, and how they are just maintaining how Rakesh Tiwari says the political compulsion is there. That is the point. And whether I said just okay, how they are maintaining their financial discipline. That is also important for any state, apart from the caste, religion, and politics. Vandanaji, how just you think the one is issue is center-state relation. If you see in the COVID and the last 2 years, how the states were the derailed from the economy and the management actually. This one with Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Maharashtra, the two prominent states who could not control the corona in spite of the all funds, all vaccination, all. That is totally failure of the state. One, in spite of the fund also. Number two, how the center is try to always blame two states try to blame the center when the center state is not same party ruling. Two, And three, how do you just you understand just to fix the problem? What is the remedy according to your view?
Namaste again. As Rakesh Tiwari ji was mentioning about the state of Maharashtra, which I did not took up during my previous session, it is very important for people to know when you talk about the state of Maharashtra being the financial capital of Bharat, to be honest, worst affected during pandemic time. What was these so-called role models, those who are claiming themselves to be the role models every day they are coming on the screen, let this be means cinema screens or your television screens and stuff. What all has been contributed by them? Number one, you know, and now we are seeing it after the Sushant Singh Rajput's case. We have noticed that they are being doomed down, to be honest, because people are rejecting them. They are seeing it. And hand in gloves, it is not only one case. There was a biggest channel, the news channel based out of Mumbai, Bharat, we know that. And what have they done to the CEO of that? Then there was another fraternity who played Mani Karnika, what they did to her. And मीन्स अभी तो मेरा घर टूटा है कल तुम्हारा घमंड टूटेगा दैट वाज हर कमेंट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट कंगना रनौत वी हैव सीन इट मीन्स दे ऑलवेज से सबका नंबर आएगा और आना शुरू हो चुका है मीन्स लाइक बट Kumar Rakeshji, the saddest part is when the elected officials, because first of all, he was not elected to rule as the CM of the
Yeah.
state, because all the way, all the time, there was an alliance with the BJP, and BJP has portrayed Fadnavis ji to be the CM candidate, and this was agreed upon, and it was in the news, and this was spread. But as the results came, and I think there must have been something which was a plot, and that will also be undercovered over a period of time. Like, you will see that plot will be covered over too, because somebody must have chabi ghumaya hoga to Uddhav Thackeray. No, no, you can do it. And we are seeing after that what all has happened. Let this be the party who used to be a party who was first hand before even the BJP thing for the Ram Janambhoomi, the Honorable Bala Sahib Thackeray, the father of Uddhav Thackeray, and what is the position right now? It is means like if he is seeing it, I mean, he must be ashamed of whom he brought to this world, to be honest. We have seen a very recent the nephew of Bala Sahib, Raj Thackeray ji. We just discussed, I think, yesterday about that Azan issue in Maharashtra
Yeah.
during this. I mean, these kind of like appeasement going to an extent, because this is not, which is the core of the Shiva Sena, to be honest, because the Shiva Sena was known for, we all know that they were more pro Hindu, means like, and very visible. But now we are not seeing it because he is in the gloves of others, to be honest. And that, coming back to, I'm not saying this religion, this caste, this means, but I am saying if you are claiming yourself to be secular, it should be for everyone. We've just seen it, what happened in the Gorakhpur Mutt, the guy who's from IIT Mumbai, and he is a Bombay guy, right?
That is a matter of narrative also on the Nari. How just here they're making the narratives. That is also issue. But
Yeah. So coming to the subject of today, which is like, these states, what will be the condition? We are all seeing it. India has sent, means humanitarian supplies to Sri Lanka. But the burden will come to the other states because over a period of time, if it is me and Rakesh Tiwari ji, I'm working hard all the way, and then he keeps getting the benefit because he's not even doing anything because of his he being lazy. But I will feel the brunt. Up, you know what I'm trying to say? Because there are certain states, like you are seeing it, that they are working for. Why could not a state like Maharashtra could get investment, a foreign investment in this period? Because it's not working towards progress, it is working towards destruction, to be honest. And same is the state of Punjab, which I already mentioned, because nobody wants to invest. All the foreign companies, those who want to invest, they always look for what is the return on investment, to be honest. It's not only uh, and over a period of time, I'm thinking that we will see that Bollywood will be asking Prime Minister that we need funds because we are doomed down. A film which comes Kashmir Files could do better, much better, without so much of expense, because they are showing something real, and that is not acceptable to the Bollywood, because they are bringing something over a period of time from 70 onwards. They have changed the narratives totally. So whom it will affect? It will not affect the big B's, big people of the Bollywood. It will definitely affect the common man, the light man, like, those who are on a daily wages kind of thing. I feel for them, but somewhat आटे के साथ घुन पिसता ही है, आप जानते हैं. So this is the state, and there has to be responsibility of the states in spending versus expenses,
Okay.
income.
So just I'm giving you one a small data in Sri Lanka. In 2016, but the foreign just loan 3.45 lakh crore, and now it is more than 7.5 lakh crore. 2022. This is the difference. Uh, what's reason? And after that, whatever they have taken the loan, the foreign companies and foreign countries, they're not properly utilized. Whatever now our prime minister then by showing the saying the self-independent Bharat, Atmanirbhar Bharat. That is the main reason for that. If you're not the self-independent with all the financial sources, you can't survive. You can't stand by the with the economic power and properly not utilize the loan whatever there. So that is going on. Same, just I give you data of the Punjab, just how the elected, always I think praising Tiwari ji, AAP party. So the mesmerizing leader of the AAP in from Punjab, the chief minister, just after election made prime minister and giving the application. Sir, 50,000 crore रुपए दे दीजिए, 50,000 crore दीजिए. Why? What for? For freebie? To distribute, and
Well,
now they turn down their promises. They turn down 300 units of electricity free. After 18 years of the girls, 1,000 rupees stipend will be given. Why? What for? That is not your father's money. These are all the taxpayer money. How they are claiming that? How they are going to distribute that? What for? Tiwari, do you think the freebie politics, either in Bharat, India, any place, is uh, uh, practical, is beneficial to anyone? It is
well,
already
let me answer your question. See,
please.
freebie politics has been started, it started long back, okay, when we were giving, and that was not solving the problem. Yes, it's not freebie. I will say that Aam Aadmi Party, in my humble understanding, Aam Aadmi Party tried something different and new. They have successfully done in New Delhi. So once they have done that successfully in New Delhi, that's what the role model they want to imply. And if you let me say this, all the political parties they follow each other. In Tamil Nadu, Amma's canteen, then it was followed by Indira Amma, okay, Indira's canteen. So Jayalalitha, so every politician or political parties try to follow each other, okay. So in that way, Aam Aadmi Party, yes, is nothing new in that way. They are political party and they are using all the gimmicks, whatever is possible for themselves. And as per question goes about asking from the money from the central government, I don't see that's very shocking. Also, the reason is this: same thing Mamta Didi has done when she got it elected. She's asking from the center. So this is like, okay, whenever opposition party will be elected in any another state, so their first job is there to blame and to fight with the center and ask the money and whatever they receive. But there is a different approach I'm finding it. And Arvind Kejriwal's tone, they have to maintain that they are opposition and they are keeping their eyes, although they're having too far-faced hope to soon become or to be in the parliament. But yes, whatever their plan or thinking is there, Punjab has given that a big boost. 92 seats they got it, full majority they got it, full-fledged states they have it, and now they have to show it. Being in media,
Yeah.
I see that they should be given a chance to prove themselves. Let them prove. If Punjab is proven
But nobody
properly,
is stopping. Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
Let them prove. Nobody is stopping to
yeah,
prove.
they have to
But
prove.
how they are? They have no model actually. No, in the
They
economy, no
have model
model
of
provided.
it. Yeah, they have a model of. They are looking at it. They are looking at
They
it
have
as
model
a
of the
Delhi
only
model.
on the lies, bundles of lies actually. The problem is this.
Well, I'm not Aam Aadmi Party's member, but I do see
But
as a
we're talking
political.
of facts actually. I'm not
Yeah,
saying that
yeah,
you
we are
are
talking
member of the
about.
party.
So we
Yeah,
we have to give them
we
chance
are talking of
as
open
the.
mind. Yeah,
Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
yeah,
So but I do see as a media person, the person who believes in democracy, that a strong opposition in is very important for
yeah.
any political. I mean, in democracy, if BJP is there, so opposition's job is to keep them in check. Okay, so they do not see. Put it this way, you know that very well. In Ramayana, it has been says, "Prabhuta pai kai madnahi." So you see that even the in BJP cadre and the MLAs, they are not saints. They are MLAs, MPs, they are not saints. Okay, so when they get the power, absolute power, so
Yeah.
they tend to go another side of corruption and whatnot. As you know, there is a famous English phrase is there that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So that's why Aam Aadmi Party or any another party, where I'm looking at it, I want a strong opposition in Bharat which challenges and keeps BJP on toe, so they don't get to become like Congress. They take advantage. They think that okay, now we have the power. Nobody's opposing. No, but we are the biggest party. That's where my concern is there, and that's my point over
Okay.
there.
Okay. So Vandana, the last take. How just you think? I think opposition parties should understand the center-state relation. What is our Sarkaria Commission report already defined the relation between center-state should be cordial, not to the with the blaming ones, just a worthiness with the facts, not on the political ground, but that the actual ground, whatever state required for the sake of development.
Yeah, absolutely. See, they have to work together for the growth because state is only one subject. Let me put it this way, it is all about the nation. When a state grows, the nation grows. There should be a competition, but it should be a healthy competition. Number two. And number three, we're talking about right now about the new Delhi itself. Delhi became a state, means, and what has the condition of Delhi from last 7 years? We all know that very, very well. Means like it is whenever you are going to be going extensively for appeasements, you will see it will be unrest on the other side, a growth will suffer, and outcome is going to be nil. I'm saying zero, because you can keep giving one community, keep appeasing them, but there is nothing, because every right has to come with a duty, which is not. So if it is आपका अधिकार है, तो आपके कर्तव्य भी हैं. Let this be. And do people realizing it? Are the state CMs realizing it? No, because we saw what happened, the outcome, Rakesh Tiwari ji, during the COVID in New Delhi. And such a blatant lie. We have this big hospital and this and that. And then when the one of the member of parliament, a cricketer, he stole an hospital, and then these people scrapped it. Can you believe that? Because it is all dirty politics. How could that be? And Delhi was down. Mr. Kejriwal was always on television talking about, and he was thinking coming to the screen, every channel, every 5 minutes can get the COVID away. That didn't happen. But the
Not going
channel,
to places, not
but
went to any hospital. Yeah.
but another thing which is very, very, means I'm going to say it's an irony for channel. They took the money for the advertisements, but that shut their mouth. Nobody cross
Still they are
questioned.
doing like that.
But nobody cross questioned this sitting CM. What have you actually done? Because there should be a report card. It should not be.
You'll not
And
find
that is,
any report in
yeah,
any media front.
क्योंकि पैसा मिला है ना, इतना पैसा मिला है. That's what.
Yeah, so nice.
Well,
So thank you. Anything to add, Tiwari? Just I think already discussed the how just they have to balance.
well,
the
I will say only one thing. Aam Aadmi Party has learned the, tricks of the trade very quickly. So you understand what I mean? Okay.
But that is
So
not for the nation. So sorry. So sorry
No,
to
no,
say
no.
that
Please,
tricks is
please,
not for the
Let
development.
me
not for the
complete this
progress of
line.
the nation.
Let me complete this line.
Please, please.
Any party who is the party and politicians, just recently a bit change of view people are started it started coming to. When Modi ji came to power in 2014, he said after 1 year, I remember that, he said, I had done nothing, but I brought a hope that the change can happen. Otherwise, there was a line always, Bharat mein kuch nahi ho sakta, India mein kuch nahi ho sakta. That was, so that hope which started, okay, and that
And he has
change
done a lot
started.
at the central level and state level also. So many
Yeah,
things has been
that's
a
what I'm
long
saying.
list. Yeah.
And so now the narrative of politics is a bit changing. The narrative of
Yeah,
politics is
agreed,
this, that every government, whosoever come in power, they have to do something. If they don't do,
Yeah.
they know
They're
that
out.
they
They're
are going
out.
to fail. They will be out. So that is the narrative, and that's why I appreciate Modi
Yeah,
ji
good.
for
So
his
nice.
leadership. Nothing more than that.
Vandana ji.
I just want to add one thing. We do need an opposition to have means like a
Yeah.
balance. Strong opposition, absolutely, but the
Yes.
nationalistic opposition. That
Absolutely.
is because
Absolutely. No doubt
there,
That's
about
right.
that. I
and
totally
That's the
that
point.
that is a
That's the
missing
point.
thing. Because when
Agreed.
we are seeing,
Agreed.
even from this party that Rakesh Tiwari ji mentioning up, you cannot, you should know the enemy of the nation should be the enemy of the opposition party also, which is not in there. Thank you very much.
That so nice of you, both of you, Rakesh Tiwari and Vandana ji, just to discuss the how the economy should be strengthened with just a proper coordination of center and state. State can't alone do the things, and center just a supporting factor. So on the supporting, always center are ready, but how the election is states are taking, that is also a matter of concern. So I think all states should think on that, analyze their economic condition status just for the sake of the state, for the sake of the nation, for the sake of the people who voted for the betterment. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Yeah.